Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Guyanese Friends podcast. I am your host, Alex, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today, we have my friend Yuvraj.
Hi guys.
Thank you, Yuvraj, for coming today. So, we have our second of three parts of Guyanese cuisines. The foods we will talk about are inspired by India. With lunch, we have three meals for you today. So, our first meal today is dal puri, a Indo-Caribbean slash Indian dish made with flour, yeast, and dal. And dal is a lentils,
I don't
lentils, yes,
I think so.
similar to peas, little peas. It is comparable to a soft shell tortilla, but softer. With the dal has been boiled for like 20 to 26 minutes, then mashed to like almost a Play-Doh-like texture for you guys to compare it to.
Mm-hmm.
And the dal puri is mostly used with you eat it with your hands. You can roll it out.
As most Guyanese food is, it normally has like you use your hand for most of it. If you like, if when you go to Guyana, you'll see most of the adults would normally don't even use spoons or fork, except for like noodle stuff like chow mein and stuff like that. They will use forks. But like with rice stuff, you'll see them using their hands or like curry related stuff.
Yeah, and dal puri is actually, you could say, is your own type of spoon because you can eat the spoon too.
Yeah.
It is very good at actually absorbing the curry juice from your curry that you eat. It's mostly paired with chicken, duck, and like any type of curry you have. I personally do love dal puri. It's one of my favorites to eat.
I love dal puri because sometimes like it's flaky sometimes. So like after I finish it, I have like a little bit curry left. Like the dal flakes.
Yeah, I know what you're
I
talking
just
about. Yeah,
dump it in it and mix it around and just eat it with a spoon or just eat it with my hands.
I just eat it with my hands.
I normally just eat it with my hands, like because there's like so many left back, and I'm like that's such a waste. Throw it in the curry, and like mix it up and eat it.
Also, dal puri is made with some spice, some like peppers. You can make without peppers if you want to, if you're not that type of guy that loves spice.
As we said, Guyanese food depends on the spice. It depends on who you are and your spice tolerance. So you can make some of these foods, but you can adjust your own spice levels to them.
Yes.
So next up, we have duck curry. Duck curry is known by everyone in Guyana, and almost everyone in Guyana loves it. Duck curry is a Guyanese original. I do not know the recipe for it, but I do like duck curry myself because I've eaten it multiple times.
I'm not a very big fan of duck, but I do enjoy it quite a bit.
I'm like, the thing is like the reason I'm not really so sure when it was created, but I do know it's a Guyanese original because I've never heard of duck curry from anywhere else though. Like you've never heard of other countries having duck curry.
Yeah, the only other countries you would have duck curry is like Trinidad and Jamaica.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're in the Caribbean, I mean, of course.
The Caribbean would have like a lot of different types of curry, but the main one that I've known Guyana normally has is duck curry.
And chicken curry, you can't forget it.
Those two are like the tops. Cause like people always like farming crops and stuff, but some people do raise chicken and ducks.
Yes, and next up we have ero curry. Ero is a rooted vegetable. It is similar to a alu, aka potatoes. Alu is pronunciation that we give potatoes in Guyana for you guys out there. And it is, the roots come from India. It is used as curry. You first peel it and then you actually wash it out thoroughly. Make sure you wash it thoroughly.
Every like vegetable and stuff you use, make sure you wash it.
Especially rooted ones.
Not with soap, with water, not with soap, please.
Especially rooted vegetables since they are in the ground. And you would boil it for like a good 30 minutes. You would add your masala and other seasonings that you will have. And then afterwards you can eat it with your rice or dal puri. It's it's like my number one favorite food like ever.
Also, a quick reminder, like potatoes and stuff, you have to peel off the outer layer. Please do that. Make sure you do that and then wash it. And that's when you can start cooking. Please make sure you do that though.
And the way you can tell the difference between a potato and ero when you have it in curry is that potatoes are generally much more harder when they're boiled.
Depends on like how long you leave it for. Like normally when my mom makes potato, she leaves it for a little while to boil. Sometimes she pressures the potato with like, when I normally have dal or curry and she puts potato in it, she would pressure it for a little long, and that's like the potatoes normally end up soft, really soft.
Yeah, well, from my experience from how my grandmother cooks it, the ero is actually way softer than the potato.
Yeah, because like a lot of people depends on the different times. So, Alex, when have you like? What are your favorite things to eat with dal puri?
Well, dal puri, I love it with curry, but I also eat it by myself, like with some Coca-Cola. Yes.
I don't generally eat dal puri by myself. I normally eat it with any kind of curry. I either duck curry or either duck curry. I never had Edo curry actually, so that's I can't say anything about that.
Wait, no way! You never had Edo curry. No, no,
I
no,
don't
no, no,
think
no,
I
no.
did.
You had to have it at some point.
Maybe I did, but I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure I never had it. I might ask my mom, but I'm kind of convinced I never had it.
Yo, you really have to try it, but it's delicious. I also eat with dal puri. I eat it with chicken curry and what else actually? I mean, primarily eat it with curry.
I feel like sometimes I've never actually eaten dal puri by itself, just like with other like curry and stuff. Oh, I actually eat it with dal too. We can't forget dal as well.
True, yeah. Actually, dal itself can be boiled on its own. It can actually be boiled on its own to actually work with. Actually, it's boiled to at actual liquid form, and you can take it and pour it over your rice.
Oh,
Yeah, and it is primarily used. You can have it. It's usually steamed and boiled. You have it with. Actually, it's mostly topped with curry, and sometimes if you really love dal, you just have it in your plate. It's like soup at that point.
yeah. Actually, yesterday afternoon, my mom. This was already cooked dal, but like whenever you want to reheat it, you put it in a pot. And the thing is, when I put it in a pot now, she told me to get a cup of like warm water, and pour it in there, like a half cup of it, and then mix it with like I never actually knew the name for the thing, and I also forgot it again. The little hook. What do you call it? I'm not sure. I don't. The little like scooping thing. The thing you used to scoop.
Or the little I forgot his name. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I forgot his name.
Yeah. For those of it's like it's think of a scoop like it's a long handle. It goes out and it's like a half circle at the bottom. It's like something you scoop.
Yeah, and for those of you actually listening who are vegetarians, I will say this again because I said this in our first episode too. If you want to convert to a vegan, come to Guyana and try the Indian food because most Indian food in Guyana is actually vegan. Like we have dal puri, which is made with no meat.
Same with like potato curry and Edo curry. I think Edo is
Yeah,
actually vegan.
Edo is literal, as I said, rooted vegetable.
Yeah, because like the thing is, potato curry is also vegan because you can eat it. Curry doesn't have any meat besides spices, so
Yeah, and like I said, it's a good alternative to actually not wanting to eat meat.
so if you have any plans, go to Guyana and have some food from Guyanese culture.
Yeah, you never really know with Guyana. You could have you have foods with meat like curry, like chicken curry. Well, you also have Edo curry, but they also have bora, okra, squash, karela. All of those are vegetables, by the way. So for all you vegetable lovers, yippee for you.
Yeah, one of those are poisonous to me. Not like really poisonous. It's just like I forgot what it was.
Was it
squash?
pumpkin?
Squash.
Squash?
So I had squash a day, and when I ate it, it made my lips swell. So it made my lips swell and it started itching. So
well, me, I'm not a big fan of squash, but I do eat it every once in a while. You know, you never know with some roti.
I think it's like sometimes when I don't eat something for like a long while. I had it once, but when I don't eat it for a long time, it's just like I get an allergic reaction to some things.
That's unfortunate.
It is true. I'm allergic to seafood, shrimp, prawns, and calamari. Calamari was my favorite. I never liked shrimp or prawns.
You like squid?
Yes.
Nah.
It tasted good.
You really do like squid? Damn.
I mean, I can't have it anymore.
Ah. I mean, I like my fried shrimps, but I also prefer silverbait, which is a small fish. It's basically a small bay fish. I liked it fried. It's actually really good, nice and crunchy.
And the thing is, if you go, because Guyana is technically a tropical country, which it is, you would get a lot of like plantain trees, cassava trees,
Coconut trees.
yeah. So the main thing you would see is like a lot of carts selling plantain chip, cassava chip, and stuff like that.
Oh, those vendors, bro. They are my child. Those foods are delicious, and they serve sawabai.
So I used to go to a private school. I think in one of our old episodes we were talking about some schools.
Yeah.
And because I used to go to a private school, we had this vendor outside of, or like, what would you say, outside of our school. So he would be selling plantain chip and cassava chip. He made his own sour. As we said in like the breakfast part, you make sour. So like a lot of people make their own sour. So he would ask you, "Do you want your sour?" And the sour, when he gave it to you, it's hot. It's not cold.
It's like
not
fresh.
It's like fresh.
That sounds good.
Where he is, it's like where the sun. And Guyana, because it's a tropical country, you hardly get any cloudy skies.
Yeah, true. And outside my public school, which I mentioned during our educational episode last time, we have a lot of vendors outside that sells chicken foot, which is not actually chicken foot. Don't freak out.
Don't.
It's not actually chicken foot. It's more or less dough cut into thin slices and fried. It's very tasty.
It is.
Indeed, it is. And you have them serve their own sour too. You even have this snow cone like we call it crush ice.
Yeah.
That we will buy from the vendors. Very tasty. And you never really know when you go to Guyana. You might find some foods that you like and dislike, but it's up to your choice. It also, as Yuvraj said, it is a Caribbean country, so you find
Tropical weather.
tropical weather. Expect rainstorms.
Whenever it rains falls, it sometimes lasts the whole day or like a whole week or a whole couple of days. I expect a week time.
Yes, well, like a 5-day rain for like 24/7.
Yeah, it depends on like, because it's a tropical country, that happens a lot.
Yes, and if you like vegetables and fruits, just hang around. Just go around the cities. Like you can find vendors. They'll sell you coconuts, any type
And
of fruits that you will need.
Actually, the mango and the plantain chips and stuff are vegan too, because like no meat is involved in any of those. So
Yeah.
that's like one of the benefits of Guyana, because because it's a Caribbean country and it's also a tropical country, you get a lot of vegetarian options. I think I did mention I'm not sure if it was dinner or the school episode, that my dad has a garden.
Oh yeah, you did mention that. It was during breakfast actually.
Because he had a lot of stuff and I used to like help. And when I went by my aunt, I discovered I was a green thumb, because I water her plant. It looked like it was dead. I'm like, for the fun of it, let me water it. I water it the next morning. I woke up and I go down to water the plants like I normally do for them, because I go there for the weekend.
Uh-huh.
And the plant was growing.
No way.
it started a green leaf shooted out.
Wow, that's amazing. So everyone, unfortunately, that's all the time we have here for today. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Yuvraj, for coming.
You're welcome. And I hope everyone enjoyed our educational of lunch. And I hope you listen to breakfast, because if so, thank you very much.
It's as Yuvraj said, if you guys love what you heard today, check out episode 1. If you have listened to it, good for you. And stay tuned for part 3, the finale of Guyanese Cuisine.
And it's also for your sweet tooths there too.
Yes, be prepared. And I am your host, Alex, as always, and this is the Guyanese Friends Podcast, signing off.
Bye.